Hey you guys, wanted to go ahead and throw together this quick video because I'm going to be playing with clusters today doing LED lights, and I learned a little something that will supersede my other video where I didn't realize this was easy to take apart. When removing all this, it's a lot easier if you remove this little top piece, this little plastic section on top of the steering column. I did not originally when I did my video because Hondas notoriously break. And it's put a fear of, I don't take it apart unless I absolutely have to, because I don't want to have to go to the junkyard and try and find one that's not broken. It's a pain. So I tend to be overcautious and not take those off. Well, I learned when I had to do my stalks that it's actually quite easy and you had no choice. So I'm going to show you that today. Of course, there we go. From the back is the better way to do it. And then we kind of reach around the camera awkwardly and then lift that up. Okay, we're going to move on to this bezel. I've already gone ahead and loosened these. They're Phillips. You've got one here and you've got one here. You take those out, easy peasy. We're gonna grasp here because we have clips, kind of with our fingers there. Pop, finger here, pop, boom, that is out. All right. We have our 7 millimeters. We have one here, one there, one over here, yep, and one right there. Now I'm going to start by removing the lower ones because they are less drama. Just reach in there and get him. There we go. All right. Now onto this guy. All right. Now, there we go. All right. Now these two, they're easy enough to do. But the problem comes if you drop them, they go into the chasm of that is your dash. That you don't want to drop it down. So what I have started doing, come in with our wobble extension, get him loose, and we come in with our magnet and wait, because you can't get your hands back in there. There she goes. Just like that. Magic was a little off, but there it is. Much easier when you are not playing with holding a camera, pretending it's the old school Thigh Master. To get this out, grab here, just pull forward. That's it. Much easier again if you don't have a camera. And then just whoo. Now a little bit of basic understanding of what we're looking at here. We have this, and that piece. Those line up here, here, and here, and your plug-in connection is there, and see how it's got these little wings on it. All that lines up with that. This bezel piece has little guides at the top which line up in there, and you've got your clips, clip 1 and clip 2. Those are the ones we're dislodging when we grab at the bottom. They line up here and here. Our steering column cover, we're looking at 2 and then 1 in the front, and those line up with these little clips here and here. And then there's one right there. Now on our other side, we have 1 on that end and 1 in the front. Even it's a bigger butt to line up than you would think though. But it lines up with this piece here, and then right there. Okay? That's all there is to it, really. So, very simple. You can swap clusters. Obviously, y'all know I run the Torrent one and the OEM one when it's emissions time. And I do have an Equinox one, which I threw in and tested, and it has the exact same problem that my Torrent one does. It does not display the check engine light. The red line cluster does not like my car, and it gives me the wrench inside the car, so that's a no-go. All right, on to the reinstallation. Installing your cluster. I've been trying to make a more concise video because the last one got a little bit jumbled up. Now, this is my Torrent cluster. You're going to line up, there's little boxes on the side, on either side, and then on top there's a little stalk right here. That's got to all line up. You're going to line all that up, and you're going to feel like you want it to dip this way. You actually don't. It won't plug in. You want it to actually tip up a little, ever so slightly, and then it'll just go straight in the slot. We'll do a little test before we move forward. Make sure we are plugged in. We are good. Okay, and we are going to reinstall our 7mm. Now this one back there is always a big pain in the butt. So I've learned the hard way. I don't want to drop stuff. I fish it in with a magnet. And we see we're a little cattywampus. But I can usually get it started. Maybe, perhaps. Enough there. Because you see, this one is slightly off kilter now. So we're going to want those all to be as centered as possible. There we go. Now, same deal, just kind of get it in there and get it started with the magnet. Our lower two, there, those are much easier to get in. You don't usually have to use the magnet. Just so that I'm not all up in your way, we're going to install that with a magnet. And see, you can just kind of twist her a little just to get her going in, and then let it go. Same for this one. Because if I try and get in there with my body, I'm going to be knocking y'all all over the place. There. We're going to go in here with our tool. And we're just going to tighten ourselves up. We're not going to go hog wild on any of them until we get them all the majority of the way in. That way we know nobody is got undue stress on it. Kind of like you do anything that you've got four corners that you are attempting to line up. You don't ever want to just go crazy tightening stuff down and pinch it, because if you tighten one end too much, then the others won't line up. I'm using a wobble extension for the very reason that I can get in here at a little bit better angle for y'all to see. Now, since all the others are pretty much in, we can take him down gentle, and then we'll go diagonally to this guy. Kind of like how we do lug nuts, we do in a crisscross pattern. Okay, here. There we go. Good. Now we're going to put our surround on. Now, originally I had told y'all how to do it with that plastic surround in there, and that was causing more headache than we needed. The Hondas always seem to break when you take them out, so I was being more cautious. We're just gonna line everybody in because he has the clips, clips, clips. Good. And then we've got our two Phillips here and here. We will run in. I will finish those off to this portion. It's literally just coming in through the steering wheel. Now the big thing is paying attention to these little flappies. these little drapes, if you want to call them that, skirts on your indicators to make sure that they are lining up. This is kind of, you got to kind of do everything at all angles, so it's hard for me to get y'all where you can see everything. It's kind of a feel. Remember, we've got our little tabs here and on the other side, and then our guys in the front. We got to line all those up together. So you're going to eyeball one side and then move to the other. I'm trying to do this, sorry, with you guys. That side's pretty much lined up. Checking our skirt. Okay, that's good. There we go. Click and click. Okay, so that's how we get that in there. But again, you've got yours here, and up here you got to line all those up, and they just kind of click in place. Super simple. And then, of course, I got to run those screws in, but you guys get the idea. So if you found the much more concise video, much more helpful than the one where I rambled on and on about how to install this, give me a like, subscribe, comment, share. Everything seems simple, but sometimes if you don't have a junkyard to experiment with, to figure out how to take things apart, it can be a little unnerving because you don't want to break your car. So this way you know what you're getting into. So, all right. You guys take care. I appreciate you coming along for this little tutorial today. Take care. Bye.